When I think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie, that was disturbing. With all the evil that I was finding out about, I thought the least that he could do, make me whole at the end of it.
Who the fuck picked Steve Harvey as the representative for all things black? Steve Harvey, let's keep this shit funky. Steve Harvey is on his third marriage. His third wife was mistress to his second wife. Yet, black people have anointed this motherfucker the oracle when it comes to black dating. This nigga wrote a book on dating. You on your third wife, homie. With all respect, why can't we pick a nigga that know what he's talking about?
Girl, when I tell y'all that Mary Harvey is not leaving any dirty secret about Marjorie Harvey untouched, I'm serious. She's been going back and forth online, calling Steve Harvey and Marjorie bullies after allegedly trying for years to silence her and drain her financially. Mary has also been exposing what she claims is Marjorie's fake past. According to her, life would have turned out very differently if Marjorie had never entered the picture as Steve's alleged paid escort and pushed her out of her own home. We've heard rumors about Steve and Marjorie's relationship for years, but the deeper you look, the more people question the polished, family-friendly image they've built. Mary once described the end of her marriage like somebody snapped their fingers and everything disappeared overnight. Mary Shackelford was married to Steve from 1996 to 2005 and says she got caught in the middle when Marjorie allegedly entered Steve's life. When Mary first met Steve, he had reportedly just left his first wife and family while chasing success in comedy. Back then, he wasn't rich or famous, and Mary reportedly supported him financially and emotionally while helping him build his career.
The housekeeper, she brought it to me, and when she handed it to me, it was almost like that package burned my hand. I knew it was something crazy. I didn't want to look in it, but of course I had to look in it. So I opened it and I'm reading this letter. And the more I'm reading this letter, and her wording is so defined, it was like somebody was rolling tape. Her verbiage about him, like how he spoke, the words he said, you know, how he walked in the room, everything. She was like painting a picture of him being, you know, at their apartment or whatever. I don't know anything about a house.
Little did Mary Harvey know that while she felt confident in her relationship with Steve Harvey, Marjorie Harvey had reportedly re-entered the picture and was slowly gaining influence over him. Now, if you ask Steve and Marjorie how they met, they'll give the same polished story they've repeated for years. According to them, Marjorie attended one of Steve's early comedy shows. He spotted her in the crowd looking beautiful and instantly said she would become his wife someday. And as they tell it, the rest is history.
That financially, my life is in a shamble. That is absolutely true. But it's been like that since 2005.
Why,
so this is
though?
nothing.
But why is it in shambles?
Because we have a man of power and authority, and he used that in the court. In a small town in Texas, he was able to manipulate this entire situation to his benefit, and it does happen.
It gave him that
because I'm a nobody. You know, his lawyers came in, his team of lawyers and his entourage, and, you know, he's a man with the power. He's in 60 markets. He's written these books. You know, he's socially connected with the programs and Disney and all these type people. It's easy for him to come to court and say, oh, this woman has no job. You know, socially, she is of no significance. She has no moral support or no emotional support, which I did not have, because everyone shifted to his side of the table, so to speak, because at that moment I did become insignificant.
But Marjorie Harvey's path to becoming Steve Harvey's wife is often described by critics as much messier than the polished story they publicly tell. According to rumors that have circulated for years, when Marjorie first met Steve, she allegedly showed little interest because he was struggling financially and hadn't yet reached fame. At the time, Marjorie was reportedly connected to people involved in Memphis street culture, including her then-husband Jim Townsend, who was allegedly known in local drug circles. Some stories even claimed she earned the nickname Lady Heroin, though many of these allegations have never been officially confirmed. Reports also claimed she left the University of Memphis because of the reputation surrounding her social life. After Jim was sent to prison, Marjorie reportedly moved on and later became involved with Darnell Woods, Jim's cousin, with whom she had Lori Harvey. According to long-running rumors, Darnell also became involved in criminal activity before eventually facing federal charges himself. The story goes that once those relationships collapsed, Marjorie allegedly realized she needed someone with money and long-term stability. Around that same time, Steve's career was exploding thanks to projects like the original Kings of Comedy, which helped turn him into one of the biggest comedians in entertainment. Critics claim Marjorie then found her way back into Steve's life after years apart. Rumors even suggested she became close to Steve's bodyguard, known as Big Boom, to reconnect with him. By the time everything allegedly unfolded, people claimed Marjorie had become Steve's side relationship while he was still married to Mary Harvey. According to Mary's side of the story, Steve allegedly paid for Marjorie's apartment and lifestyle while continuing his marriage. Mary also claimed that whenever Steve traveled, Marjorie often accompanied him while excuses were allegedly made to cover it up. Over time, tensions reportedly escalated, and Mary claimed Marjorie eventually contacted her directly to make it clear she had no plans of leaving Steve's life.
Realized, okay, I gotta say something. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna marry her.
As soon as Mary Harvey confronted Steve Harvey about the alleged affair, she claimed he became cold toward her almost overnight and completely shut her out. Once the divorce process started, Mary said she quickly realized just how ugly things could get. According to her, the divorce dragged on because she fought for what she believed she deserved, while Steve and Marjorie Harvey allegedly refused to back down. Mary later accused Steve and Marjorie of using their son, Winton Harvey, against her during the custody battle. She claimed Winton would sometimes return from Steve's home with marks and bruises on his body, leaving her fearful and suspicious about what was happening behind closed doors. Mary even filed a police report alleging that Winton had come back injured after visits with Steve. However, once authorities closed the case without action, Steve reportedly moved forward with filing for full custody. According to Mary, she simply could not compete with Steve's money, legal team, and influence. She claimed that because she lacked the resources to hire expensive attorneys, she ultimately lost custody of her son. From that point forward, Mary said she rarely got to see Winton and believed the situation permanently damaged the relationship between her and her child. In interviews, Mary openly admitted that her finances collapsed after the divorce and said her life had been in shambles since 2005. She argued that Steve's celebrity status gave him a major advantage in court, especially in Texas, where she believed his power and connections influenced the outcome. Mary described herself as a nobody standing against a famous entertainer with lawyers, connections, best-selling books, television deals, and powerful industry relationships. She claimed that once the divorce became public, many people who once supported her switched sides and aligned themselves with Steve. According to Mary, she was painted as insignificant, unemployed, and lacking support, while Steve maintained the public image of a successful family man. Over the years, as more people revisited the allegations and rumors surrounding Steve and Marjorie's relationship, online reactions became increasingly divided. Some critics accused Steve of abandoning his first family once fame and money arrived, while others believed Mary had every right to feel angry after supporting him during the difficult years before his success. Supporters of Mary often argue that she helped build Steve's career when he had little to his name, only to later feel discarded once he became wealthy and famous. At the same time, none of the accusations and rumors discussed over the years have ever been fully proven in court, and much of the controversy continues to come from interviews, public statements, and internet speculation. Even so, The story remains one of the most talked about celebrity relationship dramas connected to Steve Harvey's rise to fame.